Welcome to the Bottomless Rugby Show. This is basically a show where we catch up on what happened the weekend in news and views and what actually happened on the field. So yeah, welcome. I'm your host, Khan Kambesi. I'm joined every week by Jason and Dr. Dup, and yeah, let's get straight into it. This was a good weekend of rugby. We had the champions of Super Rugby Oritewa. Oh my God, sorry about that pronunciation. Were crowned this weekend. So big in that case. Just some real shock results this weekend. So let's start off with Super Rugby AU. Alright, Super Rugby AU, two big games. The Rebels and the Brumbies and the Reds and Tars. Results were not quite what we expected initially, believe it or not. So yeah, first game between the Brumbies and the Reds. Dup, let me know what you thought.
Okay, so we just saw the Rebels absolutely smash the Brumbies. 30 points to 12 at halftime was 27-7. I must just say I was wrong. I did not see this coming at all. And yeah, quite something to watch considering it was in the rain as well. Which does bring me to an important point. What form? The Brumbies looked terrible out there. I thought they were actually getting into form. Today they rocked up like they didn't want to play at all. Which was very surprising. The Rebels, on the other hand, looked like a team that knew exactly what they needed to do, and they had the will and the mental fortitude to go out there and just smash the Brumbies. That also means, so those positional changes that the Rebels made was very effective, particularly with Reece Hodge at 15 scoring 2 tries. He was fantastic. Matt Tamua had a good influence on the game. And I must say, Andrew Deegan looked good. Some of his kicks were very outstanding. So, yeah, that definitely seemed to work. And I think part of that probably took the Brumbies a bit by surprise. Rebels were keen to play with a bit more width, while the Brumbies just wanted to play quite straight and narrow. And that just didn't work for them at all, because those Rebels forwards just smashed them the whole day. So this does bring me to my man of the match. I'm giving that to the DJ. His playlist was exceptional. Particularly when there was a TMO review, he decided to put on the Jeopardy song, which was just fitting in all aspects. So, as good as Reece Hodge was, I definitely think the man of the match needs to go to the DJ. Well done, my brew. It was a fantastic performance you had today. Right, so those are my couple of thoughts for the match. Have a good day. Cheers.
Alrighty, perfect, mate. That's pretty cool. Yeah, some big surprises. And this one, moving on to the next little one. Jason, let us know what you thought of the game.
Wow, just wow. What a performance by the Waratahs, thrashing the Reds 45-12. First of all, where did this come from? Not even the most optimistic Waratahs fan could have seen this coming. Honestly, it took everyone by surprise. Then they outplayed the Reds in every area. The only shining light for the Reds was the scrum, and even that got dismantled later in the match. But the biggest issue for the Reds was their lineouts. Again, a success rate only around 73%. This affected their confidence so much. With them getting penalties in their half, they didn't kick for territory for the lineouts. They were tapping it. They had no confidence left in it, and that was a big problem for them. And it's a critical issue that needs to be addressed by Brad Thorne. Come on, man, you're a lock yourself. Moving on to point number 3, this sets up a very interesting run for the qualifying finals. Currently, first place separated from 4th by only 7 points. Still a while to go in the competition, but I'm very interested to see how this pans out in the end. Brumbies might not even be top by the end of the tournament. Who knows? Moving on to man of the match, easiest one by far. Gordon, hat-trick here in the first half. Could be no one else. Just well done, mate.
Perfect, mate. That's cool. As Jake would say from Brooklyn and that. Cool. Oh, I can't seem to say them fast enough. Clearly my tongue is not in English mode. Alright, moving on to Super Rugby New Zealand. Righty, 2 big games here. Obviously, I'm a very happy man because the streak continued and the Chiefs lost, so that's wonderful. But Jason, you was watching this game and reviewed it for us. So, Jason, let us know what you thought of the game.
The day has finally come. With that 31-18 victory for the Hurricanes over the Chiefs, the prophecy has been fulfilled. Gatlin 0 from 8 is a reality. This has been a nightmare tournament for Gatlin and his men, and the Chiefs weren't that bad of a squad that he took over, so you got to wonder why it did so bad. When he's going over next year to the Lions, he's going to be away for a year, someone else taking charge of the Chiefs. If he does a better job, you got to wonder, do they want Gatlin back as head coach? Time will tell. But this result was brought about by utter domination from the Hurricanes. In terms of the stats, let me just run through you where they dominated. Attacking stats, defensive stats, kicking stats, possession and territory. With that kind of domination, there was no way the Chiefs were going to sneak a win in this match. The writing was on the wall from early on. And going to a final point, so you're telling me there's a chance. If the Highlanders can somehow beat the Crusaders tomorrow, and if the Hurricanes can win with a bonus point next week, they might have a chance at winning this Super Rugby Aotearoa title. Slim chances, but it's there. Anyway, moving on to man of the match. Margo Jensen gets for me 2 tries for the man. Very efficient with his running meters, smart attacking lines, and on defense, he was only beaten in the Hurricanes backline by Goosen for tackles made. All round great performance at center. You get the man of the match. Well done, buddy.
Oh yes, the streak must continue for the end of time. Let the pity flow through you. Oh, I hope I can find that meme. But my game that I worked for was the Crusaders versus the Highlanders, which was the crowning moment of the season where the Crusaders won the tournament. Just 2 main points. Crusaders are the champions. No one else can stop them. Technically, their 4th Super Rugby crown in a row. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to slow them down anytime soon. I mean, they lost just 1 game on here. They did have a few close ones, but it wasn't like super close, where it was like you ever thought they were out the running or they were like completely beaten. And that brings me to point number 2. You just can't mess up with this team. The Highlanders were sitting pretty, thinking that they had the game in their control. And then 2 tries in 2 minutes, quickly from the Canes. One from a missed kick that turned into that, and then a breakout from the M22 again. So with the Crusaders, you got to stay. I mean, any game you have to obviously stay 100% focused the whole game. But they seem to punish you for any small error you make. Because Adam Smith's kick wasn't that bad, but it came back into a try. So yeah, you got to stay focused on defense. And ultimately, I don't think anyone's figured out how to beat the Crusaders' strategy overall, which is intriguing because they've had like 3 years. So Scott Robertson is a brilliant mind. And yeah, I'd love to be able to one day just like interview him and just speak about more of the finer details of the game. So yeah, that brings us to our moment of the week, which comes from this game. So hope you enjoy it. Here it is, the moment of the week.
Comes back for the Highlanders somehow, and Smith kicks, tries to get it in behind the defence. Back there is Jordan. Races across field. Now Richie Mo'unga trying to get on the outside. Steps back in field. Beats McGarry too. Turns the ball back in field. Jordan! Oh, this is another sensational try. Oh, he dropped it! He dropped it! Can you believe it?
That is sensational from Josh Mackay. Again, a thief in the night. He's come from absolutely nowhere. He's got afterburners I didn't know existed.
Josh Mackay. Brilliant work there, mate. So yeah, thank you guys for joining us this week. I know this was a bit later in the week than normal, but we had a public holiday in South Africa, so man's got to take a day off and rest. So yeah, thank you guys for joining us this week. Hope you have an epic week ahead. And yeah, we're going to be switching the model a bit to doing one show a week now, and just doing reviews at the end on a Monday. That should be released by about 12 o'clock on a Monday. So yeah, enjoy, have a fun time. And yeah, expect to see our website will be launching in the week. So enjoy, guys. Cheers.